In a Groundhog Day meets Scream script, self-centered college student Tree Gelbman Jessica Rothe must relive the day she is murdered over and over again. In Happy Death Day, the sorority girl repeatedly wakes up on her birthday in the bed of student Carter Davis Israel Broussard after a supposed one-night stand and goes through a day of life on campus until a masked stranger brutally murders her. The only way Tree can break out of the cycle is to uncover her killer's identity. Anyone who has been on a movie set will know that each scene is shot multiple times, but shooting a Groundhog Day style of narrative increased the repetitive nature of filming drastically. I wake up, oh my goodness, I think we figured out, I died 14 times but you don't see me wake up each time. I think we probably filmed that scene over 100 times, Rothe says on the phone from LA, but it was really fun, and the amazing thing was Christopher Landon, our director, is so brilliant, and so much fun to work with, that even though there was so much repetition in the film shoots, he always made everything feel fresh and new and exciting. As she relives each day trying to discover who is killing her, Tree comes to the realization that she's not a very nice person, she's cruel, she's self-centered. She doesn't really care how her actions affect other people, she explains. But as she wakes up each day, that hardened facade is peeled back and we realize that she is actually kind and sweet and smart and has a wicked sense of humor, finding the way to portray that each new day was really fun. As Tree becomes more comfortable with herself, partly because she knows that whatever she does no one will remember, she walks naked through the college grounds. Rothe found the naked walk through campus one of the most empowering, amazing things I've ever done in my life. But if she could do one thing that no one would remember, it would have higher stakes, maybe stealing a really fast car and getting in a high-speed chase, Rothe says when asked about her fantasy moment. A fan of horror films, Rothe was glad that a female got to play such a strong role rather than the token girlfriend that gets killed off early, never to be resurrected. As is the case in many films of this genre, you think that's who she's going to be. She dies in the first 5 minutes of the movie, but then we get to realize that it's more complex and complicated than that. I think the way that the film turns that concept on its head is really interesting. Tree finds there are many ways to die, but her death by hanging was a highlight for Rothe because she got to do a stunt and wear a rig and jump off of a high platform. Although her moment and method of dying changed, there is one consistent: her attacker in the scary baby mask. Oh, it's horrifying, she says of the disguise, which was designed by Landon when his partner was expecting. The baby was unborn at the time, so it's not actually based on the face of his child, thank goodness, because that would be a very scary looking baby, she laughs. But I do think maybe as he was developing the mask, fears of being a father were floating around in his head. It's been a big couple of years for Rothe, who considers herself lucky to have had roles such as the lead in Happy Death Day as well as starring next to Emma Stone in La La Land. I loved working with Emma Stone, I would like to work with her again, she says. But before she gets a chance to appear again alongside Stone, moviegoers will have the opportunity to see her in an adaptation of the 1983 film Valley Girl. I played Julie Richmond, who is your stereotypical Valley Girl. She loved her life, her friends and shopping in the mall, but she has a feeling that there's something more out there, she says. And she finds that in Randy, a roguish punk that she meets, and they kind of fight a Romeo and Juliet love affair. It's full of 80s musical hits and lots of dancing, roller skating and corn dogs, so you really can't beat it.